Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Southwestern Ontario, Canada, and I want to welcome you to my Monday morning live. It is Monday, August the 29th. I'm just bringing you up on my iPad. It is 10 a.m. here. I am in the Eastern time zone, so I'm just making sure that my volume is off. All righty. This morning we're going to be playing with the Ringed with Nature, the bundle. This is in the mini catalog. And the Rings of Love. This is a free item from the celebration brochure. We've only got a couple more days left of this, you guys. We are done on Wednesday is the last day to be choosing any one of these. Well, not any one, because some things have sold out. These fabulous items for free with a qualifying purchase. So here's our Rings of Love Designer Series paper that we are going to be using with the card this morning. So let's get started. Please say hello when you join me. Let me know where you're coming from. If you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button below, as well as click that notification bell. I'm just going to move you just a little closer there. You seem to be a little far back. Just looking at my screen here to see. All right, I think that's a little crooked now. There we go. All right, so today's card is actually fairly quick and easy. I am letting the gorgeous paper be the star. So here's the card that I've created, because not always do you want to have a fancy lots of work card. Sometimes you want something that is fairly clean and simple, yet still gets that sentiment across. So here we have it. This paper is so gorgeous. I just love it. And I wanted to keep my card design fairly simple so that the beautiful paper behind shines through. Now, look at that cute little mushroom. That die, you can see it's already got the embossed images in there, so that the details, so that when you die cut that out, you get these fun details to your card. We've got the lines in the mushroom stems. We've got the little mushroom caps. And yes, again, I am using... Good morning, Jeannie. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing. How was your wedding on Saturday? I hope it was a beautiful day for your daughter. So I'm using the Pearlized Enamel Effects Basics, the Real Red. However, this is Poppy Parade, and I think it looks pretty close to it. I mean, this red is not, it blends with everything, I think. So, and as you can see, I like to take my silicone craft sheet and I like to get my dots on there ahead of time, so it's easier for creating and I'm not having to worry about mucking it up on my card. Good morning, Mary. Thanks for joining. It is a very hot day here today, and it's going to get hotter. The humidity, it's supposed to feel like 40 this afternoon. And myself, my husband, and my crazy sons, we're golfing this afternoon. Oh my gosh, wish us luck. So, all right, let me just, there. Okay, so my base, I've got all my pieces ready to go here. While I used the Stylish Shapes dies for my, this is the largest of the label banner, whatever you want to call it, die. These are not orderable right now. I just want to let you know. So here they are. So I used this one here. Right now, these are not orderable. They are out of stock, but they will be back in stock mid-September. Which is the end of the week, is the start of September. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. that we are coming up to the long weekend. It's just crazy. So you're going to find all of the measurements as well as the list of supplies that I used over on my blog. I will put the blog link in the description box below afterwards. But my base here is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 of the petal pink. And then my banner is petal pink. Then I've got Poppy Parade. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then this is the Ringed with Love Designer Series paper. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. It just, oh, such a pretty, pretty pattern. Love all the colors that they've put together. And if you struggle with matching your colors and coming up with color combinations, turn to your Designer Series paper. Stampin' Up's artists are fabulous at giving us color combinations that we might not have thought of. All right, so, and then of course I've got a scrap of Poppy Parade to die cut my mushroom caps, as well as crumb cake for my mushroom stems. And then I've used a little bit of the linen thread underneath for my, just to add a little bit more detail to that without it really taking over the design. So let's bring in our mini. Thank you for sharing, Mary. So Jeannie says that the weather was beautiful. You had a rain shower at 4 with the wedding was about to start. Oh no. Oh, so that was okay, starting a few minutes late. Yeah, we were, our wedding was right at 4. Whoops, wrong. That's the stem that we went to. It was outdoor and it was absolutely beautiful. The detail that they went in and did was just amazing. Just amazing. Bride was beautiful. Everything, it was a lovely, lovely day. And Sunday I was dragging my bottom. I was so tired. And then yesterday we had a family get together at Brad's parents'. A bunch of them swam in the pool. So there's one of our caps. And this die here cuts out both of the stems. So let's just, if it sticks, throw it on your work surface and it'll pop right out, generally speaking. So we only needed one of those. So let's put that to the side. But we need a second mushroom cap. So, okay. There we go. Good morning, Carol from Alberta. All righty. And I did my draw for my Stampin' blend, the Natural Tone Stampin' Blends. Thank you, everybody who placed orders with me during my ordering special. I truly do appreciate it. Melissa T was the winner. So she's already been contacted and I have posted everywhere. All right, so we are bringing in Soft Suede and Poppy Parade. So Soft Suede is for our mushroom stems. Now these are offset as well as the caps, so it's really easy to line it up. This is super dark because I just re-inked my pad yesterday. When I was creating it, it kept getting a not very bright stamped image. So I thought, okay, that means it's time to re-ink. All right, so I'm coming off of the bottom a smidge because I don't want them so super tall on the inside. There we go. I'm not going to close that up. I'm just going to move it to the side. Open up my... Good morning, Kim from Saskatchewan. Nice to have some more Canadians on here joining us. So I always take and stamp on a piece of grid paper or scrap paper just to make sure that we are getting a good stamped image. There we go. So cute. So super cute for our inside. Now that one can be closed. Now my banner, where did I, there it is. So as you can see, I have cut off part of the edge. I wanted just some of my banner. I didn't want the whole thing on there. I wanted it off to the side a bit. So bring back my soft suede and my Just For You. Okay. And I'm going to just quickly, our mushroom stems go either direction. One goes one way, one goes the other. So you can create however you want. So I'm just placing these on here for the moment, just so I can get a visual as to whereabouts am I going to stamp that sentiment. I'm using my grid paper to line that up. Okay. Wipe off that little bit. There we go. So I want it over there. So every time you do this, you're going to get, you know, a slight variation because you haven't stamped in the exact same spot. But you can see here, if I compare, see how much deeper and richer that color is as compared to here, especially for the Just. So that tells you if you're stamping and your image starts to look like that, that means it's time to get out that ink refill and refill that ink pad. Okay, let's move this stuff out of the way. We don't need this anymore, but we do need our silicone craft sheet. I'm giving that image a minute to dry. The sentiment, bringing in my, good morning, Anne. Thanks for joining, bringing in my liquid glue, my adhesive of choice. And I'm just taking, and I want the one a little bit taller than the other. And then this one here, I'm going to bring that cap right down so it makes it more of a stubby, short, stubby little mushroom. And I am going to bring in my trimmer because I can cut a straighter line with this. I'm so sorry this is not available. This was an joining special a few years back. And as a demonstrator, we could pre-order it before the promotion went live. So I was able to get one. So you could use your scissors or whatever you want. I'm just making sure that I've got just that little bit of space before that J. So I've just cut that off. Now you could save this and use this to tuck under something. Let's see here. So say you had a Poppy Parade banner instead, you could easily take that little piece and tuck it under for another little bit of visual effect instead. So don't throw away those scraps because you could turn around and use that as a fun element on another card. I'm all about getting the most use out of your products for your money. It just makes sense to me. All right, so I'm bringing in another silicone craft sheet. I have a lot of them because I do in-person classes. I am so happy to be back to being able to do in-person classes. So I'm adding a bit of seal. I'll keep going over the same spot. There we go. Stampin' Seal for my linen thread. And, okay, so my Just For You is at this end here. So when you take it off your spool, it's all curly Q. So all you have to do is take, and the heat of your hand and the oils from it is going to help to straighten that out, pull those curls out so that you can get your thread. Look at that, easy peasy. And now we have a fairly straight piece for us to be winding around. All right. So I'm going to start. So I know that my J is at the top here. So I want my one tail to come out that way. So I am just winding it. You can use your hand, but I am just taking, because I've already got my twine on there, I'm just creating a little circle. You can do this messy, or you can have it a little tidier like I'm doing. It's whatever appeals to you visually, whatever your style is. Okay, flip that over, and that looks cute. And then I can just snip these tails just a bit more. There we go. All right, so bring in our dimensionals. And I've got these already cut up. So I'm going to put one there, one here. So has everybody gotten all of their celebration items, their freebies that they wanted? What is your favorite? Have you been crafting a lot? A lot of people I know have not been crafting too awful much. Because it was been a busy summer. But fall, oh my gosh, is right around the corner. So there we have, that is good. Flip that over. I wanted to get that stuff done first. Now I'm going to take a little bit of glue, put that on so that it is right beside my sentiment. And then this one here, I am going to cut these bits up a smidge more, because this is going to overlap slightly. So I have to be aware as to how I am placing on my mushroom. So I know that this side here and not too high, because that's going to be off. And I'm going to snip you in half. It's the wonderful thing about these things. You can easily cut them down to get the size, the size you want. And one here. All right, let's take a look. Make sure that's going to be good, just like that. So let's peel these off. All righty. And then that's going to be kind of tucked right up beside. Before I press, I'm going to flip it over to make sure that there is no dimensional sticking there that might cause it to stick to the card front and there's nothing, so that is good. And there's our fun little sentiment label. So let's move you to the side and adhere this stuff. Mary says she loves how the paper does all the work. Love the little mushrooms. Yes, the designer series paper, when it is gorgeous like this, let it shine. Don't be overcomplicating the design. I mean, it's so pretty. Let it be the real main focal point of your project. Because it's just, oh, I just love it. Love all the colors. All right, so we are going to fold and burnish our card base. Easy peasy. And the reason I go over every little thing that I do, so I know that quite a few of my viewers are seasoned professional crafters that know all the tricks and all that kind of stuff, but you know, we do get some brand new to crafting, brand new to paper crafting, card making and that. And I don't want them to be overwhelmed. I want them to feel welcome, and that what they are seeing being created by all kinds of different paper crafters can be achieved by them. You just have to know the steps, know the tricks, take your time. We were all brand newbies at one point. So I just like to, you know, speak in terms that a new crafter would not be scared away. One, and there we go. And this is going to go to the side, up from the center slightly. And there we go. And before I press, turn it to make sure that I am, there we go, fairly straight. I love the little tails sticking out on either side. And then I'm going to come in with my already created elements here. So we've got 5 on here. So let's go 1. Now you can do this on your project already. Put your stuff on here and let it dry on here. But then, like I said, you run the risk, at least in my opinion, you run the risk of, put one there, making a mess. So take your pick tool, and I will squeeze out just to show you how easy it is. 1, 2, 3. And sometimes it doesn't want to come off. Now I use both ends, but of my take your pick tool, but I find with the white sometimes the blue putty sticks to it and discolors the white enamel. So I will use the other end at points as well, depending on the color I'm using and the humidity. I found that in my office downstairs here, my craft room, sometimes the humidity and that makes everything really gooey. So you don't really notice that because it's on there, on the already red, but oh, so cute. So cute. And that is it for our card. See, that was not that much work at all. So this is how they come. You don't have to cut a hole in the top. It already has the hole. And there's the black, white, and red in the pack. And it's, what, $21. So you just take, let me just really zoom in. So just take a light squeeze, pull straight up, and let it, that point will come right back down, and it'll dry in that nice round form. All right, bring that up. And you can see that as it dries, the color changes slightly and it gets shinier. So that is how easy it is to use it. Now you can also, like the white, you can do a fun line. Say you're doing a snow scene. So you can take your white and squeeze like that, and you've got that line. And then you can take the end of it, the tip, and kind of extend that out a bit like that. And then let that dry, and then you can peel that off and apply to your project, or you can do it right on your project. However, I am of the feeling that it's better to do it on something else and then add it to your project, so you don't make a mess and wreck it, because it would be the last thing that you do, and you don't want to make a mess, and then all that work you have gone and done is for naught, because you have wrecked by making a big blob or something like that. So yeah, so then it's easy just to set that aside somewhere and let it dry, and then add it to your project. So there we have it. Thank you, Jeannie. This is on one of your favorites, and the tree lot one. Yeah, I haven't really done too many things with the trees for sale. That is going to be a fall class for me, the trees for sale. So yes, that'll be coming. All right, that is all for me today, you guys. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you're shopping in my online store and your order is under $200, please use this month's host code. If you're not comfortable with placing your own orders online, reach out to me and I will happily place your order for you. I don't mind doing that. I have a lot of senior customers that like to have me do all that for them. It makes it easy peasy for them. So yeah. So remember, we've only got a couple more days for celebration. There's some things that are gone. Some things, lots are still available, but the tree lot dies are gone. The soft seafoam and pool party envelopes and cards are gone. The gold paper is gone, but there's still lots more in that catalog. So if you're wanting anything else, be sure to get your orders in sooner rather than later. All right, you guys, have a fabulous rest of your day. I hope I have inspired you this morning, and I will see you on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. All right, bye for now.